For those select few that are already initiated, you should already know what this is. And for those of you that aren't, just chill. See, we gonna get to the other stuff in a minute, but what I'm always trying to get everybody to understand is everything is vibration. Yeah, we're gonna get about that darkness this time. And if at any point in this journey you feel yourself engulfed in the abyss, you can always allow me to be your beacon. Yeah, I'm just here to try to be the smile on your face. And you ain't gotta say nothing, you ain't gotta do nothing. All you gotta do is open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind. One time. Whatever mythical fantasy land, whatever prison of the mind that you've been stuck in, we finna break up out of that. Together. See, you done ran into a real one this time. Yeah. Just smile. I don't think you can see me. I know you feel like you hear me, but I don't think it's that either. I'm humming at a whole different vibration. You feel me? Everything I do is for you. I want to see you be your best self. Cause seeing you be your best self is my best self. That's the epitome of bliss. And that's the reason for this. We're finna clear out some of this karma this time. You've been carrying the heaviness with you for many, many lifetimes. Not anymore. Not anymore. Let's put it on my back. Because I'm well aware that there'll never be placed on me more than I can bear. And like I said, I don't mean to get biblical. I just speak the truth. That's what I'm here to do. My sun is in the 9th house. I am the truth. What it was, y'all. Y'all already know who it is. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge of Self. And this right here, this ain't nothing but some cosmic insight. And hey, man, that little jam we did right there, that little beat I composed that y'all have probably heard before from me, it means everything if you paid attention. It talked about getting the fuck up out the darkness. And that's extremely relevant to what we're going to talk about here today. Because this right here, this is a little something about those people that have their north node in the 6th house and their south node in the 12th house of their natal chart. And see, before we even go there, if you don't know my style, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to tell you a little bit about the nodes. I'm going to give y'all a little information on the north node. I'm going to give y'all a little information on the south node. And then I'm going to give y'all a breakdown of the history behind them, the mythology behind them. And I might even tell y'all a little bit about how us astrologers use them. Okay. So, you finna get laced up for real. So all you got to do is buckle down and, just chill. Just chill because you in the right hand. So when we talk about the nodes, man, In astrology, your life purpose is really encoded in the north and the south node of the moon, or referred to as Rahu and Ketu, respectively, in Vedic astrology. And these right here, they're not actual celestial bodies. They're actually mathematical points that are kind of calculated in the chart, and they kind of present an axis of sorts of opposite signs and opposite houses. For instance, if your north node is in Cancer, then your south node is in Capricorn. And if your north node is in the 6th house, then your south node is in the 12th house, and so on and so forth. And these right here, they really help us answer questions like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with my life? And why am I here? And what's my mission? And they could even ask questions like, why am I like this? And what might I have been in past lives? Yeah, we finna go there, man. And if you don't believe in that, I respect it. Let's just think about it as your early days, or your early days. The past, okay? And, when we talk about the north node, let's talk about this first, okay? This is your destiny right now. This is the path you need to be on in this life, And I like to think that the north node, it kind of illuminates the terrain that's calling your name. But getting to the top of that mountain, hey, it's gonna be like getting to the summit of Mount Everest. So you're probably gonna have to enlist some help and get rid of some excess baggage and do all kinds of extra work if you want to get to the top of this hill, Miss Weezy. For real, man. This is like your learning curve in a sense. And that's because Rahu activities, they're going to require you to stretch out of your comfort zone. But once you do, you'll be amazed at how empowered you feel, man. This is like the activation of your life's mission, man. And the sooner that you align yourself with this path, the more purpose driven your life will be. And you'll always be able to return to that south node energy as that little, that fallback game, or that little ace in the hole at certain times in life, even well after you've made your way. But when it comes to the north node, it's kind of like this, man. We often get caught up thinking that just because we're particularly good at some shit, or because there's some certain shit that comes natural to us, that's what we're supposed to be doing with our lives. Yet a lot of the times that shit right there, it just doesn't feel spiritually satisfying. And that's because the simple fact is, we're really probably done that shit enough times in past lives that we mastered that shit. So it's time to do something else this time around. It's time to chase the opposite end of that and, get aligned with this karmic destiny. And then, so when we're talking about the south node, this is the innate gifts, this is past life shit. This is going to be exactly opposite the north node. And this is the gifts and the talents that you brought into this life with you right here, man. And this is your comfort zone. This is your little sweet spot. Yeah, man. And you're really going to be innately good in these areas of life, which might cause you to begin your early path based on Ketu's energy. And while this might bring you some little accomplishments and it might give you a little feeling of comfort, hey, it's never going to feel spiritually nourishing. And that's because it's basically on some been there, done that type shit. And indeed you have. And probably in many, many lifetimes, over and over again. And that's why you're so good at these things naturally. You feel me? And so it's time to flip the script on that. It's time to use Ketu as a springboard into Rahu's destiny. You feel me? It's time, to realize that the south node is like your little horoscope hometown and shit. It's not necessarily the place that you want to settle permanently, but it's definitely somewhere that you can go back to when you need to feel a sense of belonging, or you need to see somewhere comfortable to get a boost. Okay? And so, us astrologers, we kind of use the nodes to determine where your destiny lies in this life with the north node or Rahu, or what you had going on in past lives with the south node or Ketu. And this shit right here goes well beyond Western astrology or even this life right here, man, because in Jewish or Kabbalistic astrology, it focuses mainly on the nodes, and it calls the north node your tikkun, or your correction. And that's the adjustment that your life must make in this life in order to ascend. And then in Vedic or sidereal astrology, the north node or Rahu is referred to as the head of the dragon. And the south node or Ketu is referred to as the body or the tail of the dragon, and it has no head. And, this one right here, when we talk about Vedic astrology, they really take on a lot more harsh view of the south node's karma. But to sum it up for y'all, man, this shit is crucial. I mean, it's extremely crucial. So it's something that you need to pay attention to, especially when we're talking about the house placement, because this is even more crucial than the signs, which we have talked about. And if you're looking for your north node signs and you're aware of your north node sign, you can go back Pardon me, y'all. You can go back and look on my channel because I do have the North Node in all the signs. I mean, all 12 of them. And then you can reference it and see what it is with this. Okay. And so when we're talking about having the North Node in the 6th house, man, you know, before we get into work and service and the daily pursuit of perfection and all that shit, the first thing that a 6th house Rahu is telling me is that it's time for these folks right here to get real in this life. Oh, it's time to get real, because the thing is, in the past or in past lives, you know, these were highly spiritual and deeply imaginative individuals who were really sensitive too. And they were kind of firmly entrenched in the mystical side of life. And that right there, it didn't necessarily serve them from, or, you know, help them take care of themselves in the best way from a physical standpoint. Plus, they spent so much time in their imagination and in the spiritual realm that they kind of forgot how to be present and how to function in everyday life right here. And that just can't fly this time around. You got to learn how to live right now and be present, man. And although they probably have undoubtedly amazing intuition and awesome probably empathic abilities too, I mean on 10. And they probably have this ability to tap into the creativity of the subconscious mind as well. And although they have that, especially when they're off by themselves, man, hey, the more that they go there, the more paranoid and unstable that they're going to become. You feel me? For real, man. And that's because this North Node in the 6 is just really letting them know that, you know, the universe is no longer going to support any attempts to escape this reality right here or entrench yourself in these elaborate fantasies like you have in the past. Like, that ain't going to work, man. You got to get real, man. Hey, you got to learn how to function just like everybody else in the day to day, man. And this is about creating order, and you know, this is about channeling that subconscious creative flow into the structure of the daily routines that they have. And by doing so, while also paying attention to the details, they'll actually be able to use that transcendental quality that they have to, you know, use that 12th house Ketu in a tangible way. You feel me? And that's what this is about. It's about taking all that spirituality and that care and that concern and that compassion and that feeling and all that stuff and making it real. It's about making it real, man. And, you know, it's about learning how to be of the best service to both others and to self. Okay. And, you know, I also say when I'm looking at a 6th house Rahu, you feel me? I'm looking at somebody who has the dreams and schemes, but they lack the routines to turn those dreams into a reality. Yeah. I don't think you feel me though. You know, so this is really just all about flipping the script on that and getting their shit together in this life right here. And it's also all about, you know, overcoming that bullshit ass tendency to, you know, to shut down or dip out when shit gets hard, man. Because, it's gonna get hard. You gonna see hard shits, man. And those escapist tendencies, they no longer serve you. They no longer serve you, man. That shit's gonna have to be worked through. And this is just learning how to be of service without being a fucking victim. Okay? Think about it like that. Or ended up being a martyr. You know, you have to learn how to do that, because in the past, these folks right here, they gave way too much of their power away. And then they kind of ended up feeling drowned or misused or drained. And hey, man, that shit just don't serve them anymore. It don't serve them anymore. So this North Node placement, it's really trying to teach them that in order for them to be of the best service to other people, hey, they're going to have to make sure that they're taking care of themselves. Because again, I reiterate what I tell y'all all the time, man. How the fuck am I gonna come get a splinter out of your eye when I got a log in my own eye? You feel me? Oh, no, man. You have to take care of the home front sometimes, man, if you really want to be in a position to help people for real. Okay? And not only that, you know, I feel like if you have this placement, man, you'll probably be amazed at how much you'll actually be able to do when you're able to get organized. You feel me? And then, you know, if you're able to put a plan together and then put efficient action behind it and emphasis on the efficient part of that, Hey, man, you'll be able to do something. Either way it goes, though. Fantasizing about what needs to be done or what's going to happen, it just ain't going to cut it anymore. So you're going to have to put the work in this time around for real. This is about getting real every day. This is about living your truth every day, consistently. And, and when we flip the script on that, now we're looking at the karmic implications of having a 12th house south node now, we're looking at somebody who spent way too many lifetimes in dissolution of the ego, whether that be through meditation or through spiritual quests or drug addictions, definitely, or confinement to prisons. That could be there, or maybe being in some type of asylum, or all kinds of shit right there. Or maybe they were just, or maybe they were just, exiled. That's the word I'm looking for. Exiled from their people or something. Sorry, my mind went blank. Maybe they were just exiled from their people or something, or maybe they were just so different from everybody else that they felt like they were exiled, even though it really wasn't what was really going down. You feel me? If it really wasn't going down, man, and whatever it was, man, it caused them to disconnect from the mundane details of ordinary life and kind of search for somewhere else more ethereal for them to go to. And the thing is, the soul really felt at home there, and it got comfortable, too comfortable. It got too comfortable because they forgot how to function here. You feel me? And then now in the process, they're going to have to figure it out, man. Unfortunately, that right there is stunning their growth spiritually, man, in every way imaginable. So it's just time to snap out of it, get up, get out, and get something. You feel me? Do something. You feel me? Do something for real, man. Those spiritual gifts ain't going nowhere. So you might as well get out and start using them for real and make a difference for real. Because, I ain't trying to get biblical on you again, but faith without works, it ain't nothing. Nothing. But hey, you don't have to believe a word I just said, because just because you built like that, you don't have to build like that. And what I mean is, we all have all this energy available to us. What you do with it is what you do with it. And even beyond that, it's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. And that's some priceless knowledge in itself. And this has been some priceless knowledge of self, man. Hey, this is the time you should be hitting that like button, because I did bring you a wealth of information. And I want to thank everybody for all the love and support. You can hit the like button too, by the way. But then I know you'd be a hater, and that's okay too. The world needs hater. But give me some type of interaction either way. Drop me a comment and let me know how you feel. If you think my hat is fly, let me know that too. And hey, man, if you're interested in any astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below, or you can email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. And the same thing goes if you're looking for some merch. But when it comes to the merch, when it comes to the information I got too, man, all this right here, man, it's not something that can be fabricated. It's not something that you can put on you. It's something that's got to be in you. Let me put it in.